So, let's go to Redcliffe Castle and finally heal the Arl. And I mean, a lot got more expensive, but I think that's like almost a global thing in the last years with the war going on and stuff. But unless we win a lottery, oh, that would be nice.
You return. Might you have news?
I do. I found the urn.
You have? Wonderful. Let us go at once to Eamon's side and see if the urn's healing powers live up to their reputation.
I'm also really curious about that, because in the end it's just like a bit of ash, right? Being the heretic I am. And what even do we do with the ash? Just like sprinkle? Oh.
Where am I?
It worked, nice.
Be calm, brother. You have been deathly ill for a very long time. Do you remember nothing?
Tegan? What are you doing here? Where is Isolde?
I am here, my husband.
I just wanted to say, isn't she just like right beside
Where's my
him?
boy? Where is our son?
He lives. Though many others are dead. There is much to tell you, husband.
Dead? Then it was not a dream.
Much has happened since you fell ill, brother. Some of it will not be easy for you to hear.
Then tell me. I wish to hear all of it.
Yeah, quite a lot happened, right? His son a mage, the whole Joan thing. Let's see what's going to happen with Joan, actually.
This is most troubling.
He probably also missed the whole Oghren stuff,
There
right?
is much to be done, that is true. But I should first be thankful to those who have done so much. Grey Warden, you have not only saved my life, but kept my family safe as well. I am in your debt. Will you permit me to offer you a reward for your service?
Of course. I need your help against the Blight. That will do.
I understand, but regardless of your motivations, I feel you are worthy of a reward. I would like to honor your efforts. Nothing more.
Okay. I mean, I just wanted to make sure, because I think like stopping the Blight is like our top priority. But if there's some personal loot, we take it. As you wish, then.
Then allow me to declare you and those traveling with you champions of Redcliffe. You will always be a welcome guest within these halls.
I thought
And
we
for
would get
you,
loot.
Warden, a shield of the same make as those that have been given to our finest knights.
Yes! Yay, a shield for our rogue. The circle closes. There's much else to do now.
Indeed. We have no way of knowing what Loghain will do once he learns of your recovery.
Loghain instigates a civil war even though the Darkspawn are on our very doorstep. Long I have known him. He is a sensible man, one who never desired power.
Yeah.
I was there when he announced he was taking control of the throne, Eamon. He is mad with ambition, I tell you.
Mad indeed. Mad enough to kill Kaelan, to attempt to kill myself and destroy my lands. Whatever happened to him, Loghain must be stopped. What's more, we can scarce afford to fight this war to its bitter end.
I wonder if Loghain still thinks he's like the good guy. Probably. But like... I mean, basically he's bringing like chaos and death to every faction, every region, right? Or at least trying to do that. It will be fun to finally meet him sometime. Tell him a word or two. Stab him with a dagger or two. You know, just the usual diplomacy. Anyway, a theory is that the ashes work because they were full of lyrium, because under the temple there's a lot of it. So the idea is that basically the ashes are infused with the lyrium? But I mean, does just lyrium do that much? I mean, you still have to be a mage to use it, right? Or to access the power, right? Plus, Andraste was a dreamer mage. True. I say magic. You just need to believe that hard enough. Well, That's how faith and miracles work, right? When at Oghren in one of my playthroughs, yeah, he did explain about the lyrium in the cave. Ooh, that's cool. Didn't get anything about that. But I mean, you can unite the nobility against Loghain, can't you?
I could unite those opposing Loghain, yes. But not all oppose him. He has some very powerful allies. We have no time to wage a campaign against him. Someone must surrender if Ferelden is to have any chance at fighting the Darkspawn.
I don't want us to be the surrendering side, cause I mean, Loghain doesn't care about the Darkspawn at all. If he did, this whole story wouldn't have started. I mean, that's the thing. I think this game wouldn't exist without Loghain, right? But once everyone learns what he's done...
I will spread word of Loghain's treachery, both here and against the king. But it will be but a claim made without proof. Those claims will give Loghain's allies pause, but we must combine it with a challenge Loghain cannot ignore. We need someone with a stronger claim to the throne than Loghain's daughter, the Queen.
Are you referring to Alistair?
I just wanted to say, are we talking about Alistair?
I would not propose such a thing if we had an alternative, but the unthinkable has occurred.
Is that an insult? I wouldn't propose Alistair if we had an alternative. He's our last chance. Alistair would be a terrible king. I mainly think Alistair wouldn't enjoy being king, right? But I mean, definitely better than Loghain. And I mean, that would make us king's consort. Unless that's what he meant by maybe duty comes in between our relationship. But I mean, just looking at the question itself, Alistair would definitely make like a better king than Loghain. I think that's a great idea.
Tegan and I have a claim through marriage, but we would seem opportunists no better than Loghain. Alistair's claim is by blood.
And what about me? Does anyone care what I want?
You
Can
have
we
a
prove his lineage?
responsibility, Alistair. Without you, Loghain wins. I would have to support him for the sake of Ferelden. Is that what you want?
But I... No, my lord.
I see only one way to proceed. I will call for a Landsmeet, a gathering of all of Ferelden's nobility in the city of Denerim. There, Ferelden can decide who shall rule
Toril.
one way or another. Then the business of fighting our true foe can begin. What say you to that, my friend? I do not wish to proceed without your blessing.
I think that sounds like a great idea, even though Alistair's not going to be happy. But I mean, Alistair, what do you think? What's the alternative? Give me one. Considering Loghain didn't screw off the dwarves, the mages, the elves. Oh, but he did. He definitely did. He tried to screw with the dwarves, and he sent like a messenger. But they were just not allowed to enter, right? But true, Loghain didn't screw with the mages, but mages in Dragon Age are already screwed enough, let's be honest. And the elves? I don't know about the elves, but I think you're correct. But Loghain is screwing around enough. We are not taking Loghain's side. You neither. Oh, yesterday I had a neighbor come over to give me the name of the company who fixed his desk. And I found out he's a huge gamer too, and he loves Dragon Age. Nice. Much to my daughter's despair, lol. She's bored because I talk about Dragon Age a lot. That sounds really cool to have actually a family who also enjoys video games. But I guess, well... Loghain and how did screw with the city elves. Ah, okay. I guess you find out when you play the Origin, right? Morrigan would approve. But I mean, we also can't ask Alistair what he thinks or to reconsider or anything. Do you think this Landsmeet idea will work?
That depends. If we cannot get a consensus in the Landsmeet for Alistair, we cannot afford to oppose Loghain either. Does that mean Loghain could win? A man who killed his own king, who has gone mad with power? Perhaps. We must see that he does not.
I wonder, I mean, to be honest, Dragon Age doesn't seem to feature like the most complex villains. But I wonder if there's something which made Loghain change. If there was like an event which... Because I mean, there's so many people who are like, oh, he's this hero and he really helped against like Orlais in the war against them and stuff like that, and against their oppression. So why did he change like that? Wouldn't it be easier to simply kill Loghain? I guess. But I mean, then again, we can't really... I guess after that, there's chaos. So, what are my options?
You have already found allies, but we need those to fight Darkspawn. I truly believe the Landsmeet is our best option. We could attempt to wage a military campaign against Loghain, but even if we win, would we have enough left to defeat the Darkspawn?
No, but neither would Loghain.
Perhaps Loghain gambles on this attitude, that everyone will decide facing the Darkspawn is more vital than facing him, so that he leads us against the Horde.
That would be so stupid. If the outcome in the end is that Loghain leads everyone against the Darkspawn, it's like we could have done this battle before. If it's really just about his own ego and just to be the one who's like leading the attack, I hate him. So, what's stopping Loghain from just attacking Redcliffe?
Why do you think he had me poisoned? He wanted me gone without having to confront me directly. If I call for a Landsmeet, refusing the compromise and attacking Redcliffe will only support our accusations.
True.
I'm sure he'd rather have died from the poison. Had the demon not interfered, that's exactly what would have happened.
I'm also curious that so far we didn't talk about Joan at all. Just the guy who tried to kill you. So it seems we have little choice.
Very well. I will send out the word. But before we proceed...
Do I have your blessing? Can we do something else? No.
Son's tutor.
Then I guess.
He still lives, I understand.
He does.
Now it's about Joan.
He is in the dungeon, brother.
Have him brought here, Tegan. I wish to see him.
This will be fun.
Jowan, what you have done is not in question. You tried to assassinate me and set into motion a series of events that nearly destroyed everything I cherish. What have you to say in your own defense?
Nothing, my lord. Other than to say I am sorry. I expect no mercy for what I have done.
I see. Grey Warden, have you anything to say on Jowan's behalf?
He's stupid, but he means well? I mean, he helped us saving his son. But we can't say that. I mean, he does very stupid stuff, but I don't want to see him killed. Oh my god, I just remembered this is kind of the first playthrough for you of this game, isn't it? Yeah, it is. I'm so sorry if I've been spoiling things. Not really, because I mean, I know the major things happening in this game. It's more like lots of details I don't know. I don't know anything about the Landsmeet, for example. I just know like who can become king and what happens and stuff like that, just from the later games. I'm just not talking about it, so that people who watch this let's play and haven't played the game are also not spoiled. But you can still write stuff like that, as long as it's not like spoiling details or stuff like that. So don't worry. It's okay to kill Joan, he's honestly too stupid to live. No, we are going to be nice. He has cooperated willingly, though he has little choice.
You damn him with faint praise, I see. Then there is nothing more to say. Jowan, I hereby sentence you to death. May
that was the best.
show you the mercy we can.
That was the best I could say.
My lord.
Okay.
Now, back to the matter of the Landsmeet. It will take some time to recall my forces and organize our allies. I would prefer to wait until that is done before calling the Landsmeet. In the meantime, I suggest you pursue the remainder of the Grey Warden treaties. We will need all the allies we can get if we are to defeat the Darkspawn Horde.
Just the dwarves, I guess. Alright, Joan. So, the Landsmeet sounds pretty interesting, but also pretty risky. So, I guess we just have Orzammer and the DLCs. Blight, the Arl of Redcliffe, speak to I'll when you're ready to leave for Denerim. Yeah, I mean, before we do that, we have to do our whole Orzammer questline. Morrigan of a kind, gain Orzammer's aid in the battling the Blight. Use the Grey Warden creatures to gain the help of different factions. Alrighty. Where is the exit? Oh, I always forget. And the big question is also, who are we going to take to Orzammer? Joan has a kill count of minimum 10 plus people. Does he? Oh boy. Ooh, we gotta level up. Or... what? It says level up, but I can't spend a single attribute point, I can't spend a specialization point. I just got a skill point. Should we just level up stealing, which we never use? Here we go. Right. Should we go to Ben Lawrence lands? I think they're close actually, so... I kind of forgot what we have to do there. I know that Soldier's Peak was about, yeah, I mean it just says that, old Grey Warden base. Ben Lawrence lands. These densely wooded lands provide much of the timber used in the region. Well, that doesn't explain anything. Here we go. So what quests have you finished so far? I have done the Urn of Sacred Ashes, the Redcliffe stuff, I've recruited Shale, I've done the Elven stuff, and a lot of side quests in Denerim. Oh, and the Circle stuff. So it's basically 2 DLC quests and Orzammer. And we decide to take a closer look at the unarmed man. You're surprised to recognize the uniform of King Caelan's honor guard. Oh yeah, it was about the honor guard. A memory comes to you. You fought alongside this man at Ostagar. Oh, it really looks roughened up. So we take a look closer at the guards. The guards were the uniform of Ben Loren, a minor lord well known and little loved for the fluidity of his allegiances. Wow. Let's join the fray. Oh wow. Very honorable. Great.
For more practice.
Okay. Since we do have archers here, let's just hit them with a blizzard.
Direct me.
On. Nice. Cool. Did you also just say cool? Nice. Yeah, it's looking like a pretty okay fight actually. Here we go. Craziness. Yeah. It's kind of sad that you can't just like drop spells, you know? Like, well, in PG3. Okay, do they have anything interesting to loot? Or some armor stuff? Ooh, Elfroot. I think I'm still looking for 10 bundles of deep mushrooms, right? Oh well. Maybe we find them in Orzammer. You know, deep roads and stuff. Well, I don't know if I mean, there's no blood. Maybe Elric does still live.
Going.
But then again, that dagger or sword looked pretty fatal. Up close, the man's face is unmistakable. You remember him as Elric Morrigan, a member of Caelan's honor guard at Ostagar and a close confidant of the king. Poor guy. Did you survive?
I didn't expect the band's men to notice my escape so quickly.
How?
I tried to hide here in the woods, but there wasn't time. And now I'm a dead man.
Maybe change your clothes next time. Well, you aren't dead yet.
You were there in Ostagar. You know how things went. For me, it was either this, or die in some Darkspawn's belly, or be hung as a deserter.
Yeah, and of course Logain just did that for the people, right? Not for his own power. Yes, I recognize your face.
You were there with the Grey Wardens, one of Duncan's new recruits. I was to guard the king. He was my friend, understand? Maker. All that time in Ban Loren's prison. And I couldn't stop thinking about all they suffered that one dark night at Ostagar.
We don't always get to choose our deaths. Charming answer. Really? It's not your fault they died.
I know.
It's Logain's
Had
fault.
Logain's men not turned their backs on us, the Darkspawn were too many. Even Kaelan, for all his bravado, knew there would be no victory at Ostagar. The king entrusted me with the key to the royal arms chest. If anything were to happen to him, he said, it was vital I deliver it to the wardens.
Royal Arms. So, why didn't he just give the key to Duncan?
He didn't get the chance. Duncan was so busy with the new recruits and keeping Logain at bay. Whatever his reasoning, it's me Kaelan entrusted it to.
Do you still have this key?
The Maker has a sense of humor, doesn't he? I suppose it's for the best, however. Had I kept it, it would be in Ban Loren's hands by now.
Why am I not surprised? Is there someone else we should be bringing back from the brink of death instead?
I was afraid. I thought I would lose it on the battlefield, so I stashed it in the camp. Please, it's probably still there.
The camp in Ostagar? I mean, isn't it overrun with Darkspawn? You don't think the Darkspawn found it?
I hope not. Would they know how to work the lock, even if they did? The key's behind a loose stone.
Wouldn't be surprised.
Statue. I'll draw a map for you, so you'll know where to search.
You'll be taking me along, won't you? And Wynne as well, I suspect.
Oh.
Call me sentimental, but we left behind some Darkspawn that really deserve a drubbing.
It is vital that the king's
Wynne it
documents do not fall into the wrong hands. As for Marik's sword, it is too powerful to be pawed at by those monsters. Same for the king's other arms and armor. And if you happen to find Kaelan's body, see it off. He was our king. He shouldn't be left to rot amidst the Darkspawn's filth.
Oh, poor guy. Just cause he was the bodyguard of the king. But still, interesting that we can actually return to Ostagar. I mean, we couldn't go back to Lothlorien because it was overrun by Darkspawn. But like, going all the way south to Ostagar, no problem. Right. So, let's change our team. Yeah.
Yes.
Alistair, Morrigan, Wynne. And off to Ostagar. You met Alistair's voice actor, Julia? That's so nice. Steve Valentine is a magician as well as an actor. He's a magician? That kind... I don't know, I could also see Alistair being a magician, to be honest. And like performing at like children's birthdays or something. I saw him perform a magic show last October here in Colorado. He's super nice. That's so cool. But he still does voice acting, or... I have absolutely no idea, actually. We will remind people that Logain is a master strategist. I don't know, he really is not. Or, well, no, I think that's not fair. He actually seems to be planning ahead a lot. So I guess he is. He's just evil. I don't want to use any positive words for Logain. We don't do this here. Do we fight Darkspawn? No. Huh. Why is Backstat so low HP?
What would you like?
Here we go.
I shall do it.
But we don't need to trade. I wanted to ask if he had any lines for the new Dragon Age back then, but I knew if he had, he'd have been under an NDA. Yeah. And wouldn't have been able to say. So we can hope, I guess. It would be cool. It would be cool. But yeah, as I said, not really sure how much there will be of like connections between, especially Origins, like from 2008 and Vigard. No, no, no. Game, don't. When was the last time I saved? I got careless. Well. And what do we do when the game crashes? We write down when it crashed. 1 hour, 57 minutes, 26 seconds. It did crash. The game is just reminding us to be grateful for every half an hour it works. Because it really feels like once I get so confident that I don't save anymore. Oh nice, we don't lose basically any progress at all. But it really feels like once I stop quick saving anxiously, the game is like, daring, aren't you? Let's crash. Because I think that was pretty quick, right? Maybe I'm just going to leave that in on YouTube. Please work, game.